You're too slow!
Hi, it's Hypertonick here, and welcome back to another Hypertonick video of the series of Hypertonick videos that I've been making recently to talk about some of the games that are going to be at E3. But before E3, I want to talk about them because at E3, once E3 rolls around, that is in only like 1-2 weeks more, when E3 comes around, those games that I've been talking about are going to be dumped with a whole lot more information that I won't be able to keep up with. And I definitely won't be able to get done in just one video, let alone one video on each of the games individually. So that's why I'm getting some of it done now, because even right now they've been getting so many updates. I don't know why this intro has been going on for pretty much longer than it should have, and I'm still talking. Okay, but anyway, this is the final topic that I want to talk about before E3, and that's Sonic Forces. For those of you who don't know, and I really don't know how any of you guys don't know what this game is, I mean, I'm pretty sure the only people who don't know what this game is, or haven't been keeping up with this game, is the people that think that Sonic is only a meme, he's a joke, and he's pretty much dead, he's never had any good games, and of course, that's all pretty much true. I mean, like, why would Sonic the Hedgehog, a well-known video game mascot ever since the 90s, would be successful at life when they've made so many bad games, they've never made any good games, and what I'm saying right now is definitely not sarcasm, because Sonic the Hedgehog has definitely always been dead and not successful, and never had any fans that adore and love their many awesome games, which they've clearly never had. Okay, Pinocchio, you can leave now. Anyway, Sonic Forces is the next installment of a modern Sonic game, and that as well as Sonic Mania are still the two 25th anniversary games for Sonic's 25th anniversary. It's been formerly known as Project Sonic 2017 way back last summer, when that game and Sonic Mania was first shown off for the 25th anniversary. And as of now, we have finally seen modern Sonic gameplay, classic Sonic gameplay, and the third gameplay component, which we know is custom character creation. We've also been told that the story in this game will have somewhat of a more serious and darker tone, like Sonic Unleashed, unlike Colors/Lost World. And that being that Eggman has taken over 99% of the world, and that little 1% that has not been taken over is where Sonic and friends are, which they need to gather their resistance to take back Eggman, who has officially technically won at this point. So over the course of a month or two, we saw the new gameplay footage of Classic Sonic and the reveal of the third game component, which is the custom character. To me personally, Classic Sonic doesn't really look half bad. I mean, the graphics, they're decent, okay? They're decent. To some people, they're awful, but to me, they're alright. They look pretty fine. The gameplay itself looks, how do I put this in a good way? Because I'm not hating on it, but I still have some concerns, obviously. Because the random springs, the random boost pads that shouldn't be there. Yeah, I think you get what I'm going at. But still, the gameplay seems really good. I mean, to me personally, the classic Sonic footage, it's not that bad as people make it out to be. To some people, it looks really awful, and to some people, it looks to be better than Generations graphics and improved on Generations controls, which hopefully is the case, but at the same time, there is supposed to be a special twist to Classic Sonic's gameplay, which some people think it's the drop dash, because the drop dash was seen in the trailer, but I have a feeling that it's something else. There's not really that much else I could say about Classic's gameplay, except that it's alright to me. It may not be alright to other people, but to me, it's fine. I mean, like I said, it does look a little similar to Generations, more or less the same, but still, at the same time, it does look like it's improving on Generations gameplay and graphics. But the biggest concern with this gameplay footage is that it's too linear and there's so much automation. Like I said, the boost pads and springs, which don't really need to be there. But hopefully that's like, it's either the alpha footage or that's only for the first stage. Maybe teaching you how to get through the levels. And then about 1-2 weeks ago, out of the blue, the footage for the third game component, the custom character, was revealed. And for most people, they're like mesmerized because they never thought that Sega would implement this into a Sonic game, where they're basically able to create their own OCs, which the Sonic fanbase has been doing ever since Sonic 1. Sega themselves have said that they know that Sonic is pretty much a joke character to their fans and other people, and that Sonic has been portrayed as, like, you know, a meme and otherwise a video game character no longer on the map. And a lot of people say that Sega basically pulled a Dragon Ball Xenoverse and allowed you to create your own custom character because that's what the fans have wanted and been doing. So basically saying Sega acknowledges that people create their own OCs and are like, hey, guess what? Now you get to do it in an actual game. But personal thoughts, all things aside, this custom character looks really good to me. I'm really interested about this, and there seems to be dozens of gear you could choose from. And by gear, I mean accessories for your character. But there's another thing, you can choose through 7 different animal types with their own specific abilities. The wolf automatically draws in rings when they're near them, the rabbit has longer invincibility time after receiving damage, the cat keeps 1 rings after being hit, the dog restarts with 5 rings after the player dies, the wolf has the ability to use a homing attack on enemies, the bird can fly higher with a double jump, and the hedgehog collects rings when getting damaged. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough with the different animal types and the accessories for your character, you can use different gadgets and weapons with use of Wispons. Not Wisps, Wispons, an evolution of the Wisps specifically for the custom hero. So for those of you who said, oh my god, no, the Wisps are back in Sonic Forces, it's not the Wisps, it's the Wispons. Completely different thing, obviously. But the only flaw with the custom hero, which is kind of the same as classic Sonic, is that it's kind of linear. But I mean, again, we didn't really see that much gameplay to go about. But for most people, they think that it's gonna be as linear as the classic Sonic footage. But again, we didn't see that much footage. That could have been one linear pathway out of the many dozens of open pathways and different pathways to take. So yeah. Hopefully we can see more about that in E3. But one final thing I want to discuss. Sonic fans keep on bashing Sonic Forces for 3 main reasons. 1, Sonic Forces is rehashing old things that worked in the past and then just shoving them into the game without a second thought. 2, there's a whole lot of linear sections in this game without any alternate pathways or open areas. And 3, there's so much 2D in the game other than 3D, and when there is 3D, it doesn't like amuse anyone because it's like the linear hallways, not the open expansive worlds that you can explore. It's just the corridors that you run down and then back into 2D. And yes, I can see where people are coming from. Sonic Forces is the next installment of a modern Sonic game, and modern Sonic is 3D. It should be primarily 3D, especially with classic Sonic and his primarily 2D gameplay taking up a third of the game, while classic Sonic himself has his own fully 2D game coming out the same year. And then not only modern Sonic and the custom third gameplay character has a mix of 3D and 2D sections in their levels, but their 3D sections aren't as open and expansive as people hoped, as well as the fact that there was not a lot of different pathways to take. But overall, no matter how many dumb reasons people could make to call Sonic Forces a bad modern Sonic game, even though they haven't even played it yet, I still think that Sonic Forces will do good, and I still have high hopes for it. Anyway guys, that's going to be all for this video. I got through all 4 of the games I wanted to cover before E3, and I cannot wait for Sonic Forces to be revealed at E3, as well as the other 3 games that I talked about. Until then, I'll see you guys next time when we do the ARMS Global Test Punch. See you then. Peace!